welcome to the new podcast called Ask Pip, brought to you by Prairie Vista Publications. I am your host, Ask Pip. Don't ask your mama, don't even ask your daddy. Ready to drop some jewels down? We're going to have a lot of shit flowing. We're going to have the online debate, one-on-one interviews with some of the livest people in the hood. It's finna go down, y'all. Holla. Cause like I said, look, crazy shit's been happening all week. So he goes over to the park yesterday. It's a nice day. Why three little boys try to pull his pants down? Why? Tell me why. Huh?
What'd you say?
Three little boys tried to pull his pants down. So he got mad and he came back over to the house. But I know my son. I'm like, why you in the house so early? Oh, I just wanted to come in. That's bullshit. A nice ass day. You want to come in early? Something wrong. What happened? So he finally told me. Man, I put them shoes on. I said, put your shoes back on, man. I went and put my stuff back on. We walked over there. A couple of my neighbors seen me. They was just like, yo, why you upset like that? I said, yo, somebody here trying to, you know what I mean? Somebody violated my son. Who's this? Who is this? So there wasn't no, the little ones wasn't there when I got there. Thank goodness for them. And I had to sit there and explain to my son, like, okay, you know what? I'm not with all the go around here fighting and everything else. But I know this much. You got to stand your ground. You don't let nobody run you from nowhere. You don't let nobody run you from your spot. Huh? Stand your goddamn ground. As long as he ain't got no gun or no knife, that's foolishness. But if it's hands to hands, and this little ass kids got to understand, especially boys. And people, I just had a conversation with somebody about that earlier. You have to understand with boys. Boys are going to be alpha. They gonna try to catch the weakest one. And if that weakest one don't defend himself, he gonna be a victim for the rest of his life. So my whole thing of it is, even if you get your ass whooped, stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. And when you bring it. I'm not telling nobody to fight nobody. But you got a lot of little ignorant ass kids out here. I ain't gonna front to you. There's a lot of them little ignorant mothers. Because their parents is fucked up. Their parents is ignorant too. Huh?
That's what I know.
So the apple don't fall. I mean, the goddamn apple don't fall too far from the tree. So if I know your kid ignorant, I already know how I'm going to deal with you. I already know I'm going to deal with you. You ain't going to come with no logic. Because look how this little nigga acting. Look how he acting. He ready to cuss me out. He don't understand that for real.
I know.
So I told my son, I said, listen here, man, you don't let nobody run you from your spot. Okay? Your name is your name. You hear me? I don't care if it's 2 or 3 of them, you gonna have to earn your stripes. Cause 9 times out of 10, when they 7 or 8 years old like that, and they fight like that all the time, they be the best of friends when they get older. They're the ones that be the friends. People don't realize that. It's just a little boy testing ground. It's just all little boys test each other. So
get out of my bag.
And sometimes the one who talk the most can't fight. I ain't never seen no 8-year-old that I ain't never seen an 8-year-old that can fight. I ain't never seen one. I'm talking about really just seeing fight and knock somebody out. Hell no.
Oh. No.
So I was sitting there talking to my son. I said and he told me that he was afraid. And I said it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be afraid of a lot of things. But don't let that you being afraid freeze you up from what you got to do. You better use that fear and use it as adrenaline, saying it's either them or me. And when you get to that point where you say it's them or me, you gonna go for broke.
Who are these little boys though?
I don't know. Listen. I don't know. It was some little ignorant ass bastards in the neighborhood, boy. I don't know who they is, but this how mad I was, man, because I can't stand that, man. Yo, you don't run nobody from their spot, man. I went out there today again to go look for them. Yo, for real. Listen. I told my son when he on site to check them little bastards. For real, because you know why? They not gonna respect him. They gonna keep trying this until he knock the shit out of one of them.
I know.
My son don't fight. He's not like that. He's not built like that. But I'm not telling him to fight. I'm telling him to defend himself.
Right. He has to.
There's a difference. There's a difference in going out here bullying and fighting people, and there's also a difference when you out here gotta defend yourself. If there's 3 boys got you in a corner and they fucking with your pants, my second question is why are these little boys playing with another boy's pants?
Pants, right? That's all.
Why you wanna pull his pants down for what, man? That sound like some pre-homosexual shit. My son ain't gay. Okay? Don't touch his pants. That's what I'm saying. He don't understand the nature of wilding out. Because if somebody did that shit to me, man, I'd have been to the floor, to the meat, to the wall. I'd have been to everything. You heard?
Yeah.
You heard? I'd have lost my goddamn mind. So, when we was out there, I happened to see some friends that I grew up with. So, they started telling my son stories of how I was. Because I told him I was a chubby little kid with glasses who had to fight every nigga in the neighborhood to get his respect. Because they thought I was a nerd. But I wasn't a nerd. I just had to wear them glasses. I could fight my ass off. I got older. Listen, I got older cousins. I got older cousins that used to beat the shit out of me. You know what I mean? I learned how to fight. So when I went out there with them niggas, I was a little afraid. But once you pop that first one, and then he hit you, and then when he hit you, it don't hurt like that. You just start wailing into their asses. But again, I'm not telling people for their kids to be out here fighting like that. But it's still a passage of right, because only the strong is gonna survive. You know what I mean? And I don't want my son to be side like he gotta follow after somebody because he's scared. I want him to be a leader and stand on his own. And if you gotta knock a nigga, and you have to knock a nigga down to stand on his own, then so be it. Sometimes that's what has to be done. I just don't want him going out here starting trouble and bullying people. And that's the way we raised him. But I ain't gonna sit here and let him get punked neither. Because I told him, listen, I go by the same motto that my daddy raised me with. Who you want to fight, him or me? And when he told me that shit, I went back outside with fury in my eyes because I was not dealing with that man. That grown-ass man. We talking about I had to fight a grown man or a kid. Which one do you think I was going to pick? That kid, I mean, and let me tell you something right now. That same kid that I fought like hell, he been my friend since we was 6 years old. And we cool to this day. I see him every week, huh?
Yeah,
it happens sometimes. But that's why I was trying to explain something to somebody today, and they was like, oh, well, you shouldn't. I said, nah, see, that's what I'm telling you about the mothers and their sons. That's where I draw the line with women raising children. When you don't understand that passage of right as a man, how are you supposed to get to him? And you go out there and you go fight your son's battles, don't make him look good. It don't make him look good because they're like, oh, he gonna go get his mama. He gonna go. They wouldn't give a fuck if you went and got your daddy. That would make sense to them. But if you go get your mama, they gonna call your mama's boy. Or don't do nothing because then mama gonna come out and get him. Man, that's a name that you don't want to live. You don't want to live with that name. You better off going out there with your sister whooping ass than your mama going out there. If your sister go out there and whoop ass, that's okay. Because that's big sister. She's supposed to. Cause shit, my aunt used to say my daddy ass. That's what she told me. He told me too. Every time he get in a fight, he go run. Every time he run to get in a fight, he go get his big sister. I ain't got no big sister, so I ain't had none of that shit. My sister's younger than me, so I had to fight on my own. Well, my sister used to help me fight too. She would help me fight. You know what I mean? She about 4 years younger, but yeah, we used to brawl. We didn't give a fuck. You had to, around here, you had to brawl. You know what I mean? To earn your stripes. Else you was gonna be a victim. And my son ain't gonna be sitting here worried about trying to give up his lunch money when he go to school or any of that nature. My first thing is he gonna ball his fist up. We gonna rumble over this money. You might get this money, but you gonna be bruised up to get it. I told my son, and there is no shame in getting an ass whooping. Where is a shame is running. That's the crime.
Yeah.
That's the crime.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep trying to tell him, ain't no 8-year-old or 10-year-old gonna hit you hard enough that's gonna whoop your ass. You gonna be able to strike them little niggas back. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? If they mom,
They were little. Were they young though? They were his.
Nah, they not younger, but my son is big, man. And you can't tell how old he is, man. He just turned 7
Yeah,
like
I
th-
know.
he just turned 7 like 3 months ago. But these dudes was like 9 and 10. And then my daughter was over in the cut somewhere. I don't know what she was doing or whatever it is, but I had to get on her ass too. I said, you don't let your family roll like that, man. Are you crazy? Even if you look like it's funny, you need to go and investigate that shit. You don't know what might be going on. And when you find out what's going on, both of y'all go over there and whoop them motherfuckers' asses. And whatever y'all can't do, I'm coming to finish. I said, that's one thing you don't do is you don't go against the family. And there's too much of that shit going on now. Everybody want to divide up and take. I'm not taking side over my kids. Now, you sitting here trying to harm my kids? Hell no. I don't give a fuck what's going on. We going to war. I don't care. I don't care. We'll sort. If it's a lie, we going to fight on that lie. Bottom line, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Because that's my daughter and that's my son. So I'm not going to go out here and go against. I'm not going against my babies for somebody else. I'm not doing that. Not talking about you want to harm them physically. You must be outside your fucking tree. No. We going to go to war. I don't care if my babies is wrong. I'll deal with them. But if you think you going to harm them, we going to go to war. Huh?
I said, I feel you.
We going to go to war with no return. Like, I have no fear. No fear of going to war behind my babies. I'm more scared for myself if I had to go to war than if I had to go to war for my babies. Because I'm going to war for something. I know what I'm going to war for. So I ain't worried about it. But if you're going to war for yourself, you're all like, damn, is this all worth it? You know what I mean? You can just back off. You can go. You can just avoid it. But your babies, you can't avoid it.
Hello?
Your babies, you can't avoid it. If it's a personal, yeah. But your babies, you cannot avoid it. So, yeah. So I went back. I was so goddamn mad last night. I got up this morning. I went up there just before I left to go down here and take care of the other business. I went right over there just to go look and see. I was like, come on, I said, let's go. He's like, where we going? I said, we going over to the park and see. I know you looking at it like, yo, Dad is crazy. No, Dad is not crazy. That right there is one of my pet peeves, man. You ain't going to move me off my square. The Creator gave me 3 feet of space. You're not going to invade that. That brings me to problems. You understand what I mean? Because I don't go around invading nobody else's space. I wouldn't do that. I don't want to go looking for no problems or nothing. Because a lot of times people do things and I just overlook it and oversee it because I was like, listen here, man. They just don't really know what they're getting into. You know what I'm saying?
Not even that. It's even worse that they was messing with his pants.
No, I'm not talking. I was just talking about me and the video. No, listen. That right there, that got me hot. I'm like, why are you trying to pull his pants down? What y'all trying to do to him? See, I don't know. You were talking about 8. I don't know what y'all little niggas do to each other. You ain't about to turn my son out. Why you got to pull his pants down? Why you want to touch his pants? You understand what I mean? That's some weird shit. I don't know what you learned at home. But my child is not going out. Because if my child went outside and pulled somebody's pants down, I'm going to beat his ass. Flat out. I don't care who listen or what. I will beat his ass. Don't be touching nobody's clothes or doing that other bullshit. You don't need to be touching nobody like that. For what? If he did that to a girl, he tried to touch a girl inappropriate. Y'all ain't got to worry about the police getting to him. I'm going to get to him first. That's wrong. But for you 3 little boys, y'all want to come in and try to pull another little boy pants down, and he like 2-3 years younger than you? That's all right. It don't matter how young. He y'all same size. Y'all going to get it. So when y'all know at the end of the day, y'all got y'all ass whooped by a 7-year-old, you going to make it even lower. We just all these years made sure that he wouldn't fight because of his size. It wasn't like he can't fight. We just don't let him fight. But that right there, he can fight. He can fight, and he can do whatever he got to do to him. I told him, if it get to be too much, pick up a stick and wear their ass out. What you mean, 3-on-1? No. No. I don't care who say what. I don't care what say who. I don't care if their mama come out there and find, I don't care. Go get your baby daddy or your boy. I don't care who you go get. Because this all started because your child ain't got no home training.
Well, that concludes the next episode of Ask Piff. Ooh, boy, I laid some fire down that day while I was hot. And please go to my website, asktiff.com, man. I got some fly ass t-shirts on there, man. And some hot items and more things to come, man. Support the show, man, cause yo, I'ma have everybody on here, man. I'ma have some underground artists. I'ma have a lot of things going, man. Remember, askpiff.com. Hit me up, man. Y'all be easy.